Alright guys, taking a look at some sleeper NFL prospects. Today will be the running back video in which we'll only be talking about one guy, but that's going to be Jarquez Hunter. In my opinion, he has the potential to just become a pretty good back in the league, and I'll go more into his play style in a second. But I really like how he runs and how strong he runs. He can break most tackles, and he's very good at just slipping the first guy that comes at him. Although he's not a very great east and west runner, he can go very well north up the field, just running straight. I think that that's something that quite a few teams will still find value in, even if he's not the best out the backfield or in plays where you want to run to the outside. He still has speed to try to move to the outside and to make that first cut around someone, although he's not very good at stringing his cuts together. And he was the solidified back at Auburn for the last couple years. He spent his whole college career with them, and he was very solid. In 21, he'd commit to Auburn as a three-star recruit and get some playing time in his first couple years. Although not the lead back, he put up 593 yards rushing as a freshman and had 3 touchdowns, and that included a long of a 94-yard run. In 23, he'd get the reins and would rush for 909 yards and 7 touchdowns, and he fully broke out this previous year in his senior season with 1,201 yards and 8 touchdowns. What I like about him, though, just a very strong runner. He only runs a 4.440, which isn't bad at all, and he's not really the fastest guy on game tape or shiftiest, but he is so good at slipping and evading tackles. He gives me some vibes of Nick Chubb, where he isn't the fastest, but he definitely plays a little bigger than he is. And although Nick Chubb is a bit bigger than Hunter, I think if he did put on just a little more weight while still keeping the speed that he has, he could really run very similar to Chubb. And like I said, Hunter is only 5'9", 204, while Chubb coming out into the NFL draft was 5'11 and 227. And some of Chubb's concerns coming out was his ability as a third down back, and I think Hunter struggles from some of the same. I don't think Hunter is like the same category of Nick Chubb as a prospect, but I do think the playstyle is similar enough to compare. Hunter really struggles making multiple cuts, but he is explosive enough changing in that first cut that he needs to make to get down the field. His positives, though, is that he can just really shed tackles, and I keep saying it because it's honestly his best trait, and he's very good at it. He runs like he's about 4 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier, and just the downside of that is that he still is only 5'9", even though he runs more like he's 6'4". He's definitely best going through contact rather than around it, which he'll be able to contribute to wearing down opposing teams. I think his role in the league will be as a rotational back, but it did not surprise me to see him starting in a couple years. I think he has the potential to have a similar career, if not better, to CJ Anderson. I think if he stays in kind of a two-back role, though, that will end up being the best for his career. I could really see him for his first couple years putting up about 400, 500 yards. Then if he gets the reins, I think he's a guy he won't be as much of a third down back. It's something that he'll have to develop in his game, and I'm not saying that he can't develop that. Just saying that it's not there right now, and I'm not too sure if teams will want to put him into a two-back system or if they'll want to try to develop that part of the game and make him the lead back. In my opinion, I think that he'd be phenomenal in a two-back system. I think that if you have someone that's more of the likes of maybe not a Kamara per se, especially if you're trying to run two guys, but someone that is a bit better on that third down as a third down back, I think if you can pair him with Jarquez Hunter, then you'd have a very good room, and that's going to be best for both those players. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys come back for more.